And thank all of you for joining us. Our thoughts and prayers still go out to the folks that had such devastation in Mississippi over the weekend. Boy, that footage is just heartbreaking, isn't it, when you see that?
It is. So, Bubba, we haven't even delved into vacation because we've come back to so many things that I know were award-winning radio, us playing with equipment that we didn't know how to work. Bubba, anything you want to talk about?
Well, Rick, it's been
There we go, Helms.
Been an exciting morning here on the show already. You know, we've been very fortunate, and we've talked about having a little place down at Lake Martin, and we've enjoyed that tremendously over the years. And we found out as we went on the air this morning that it was hit by a tornado last night.
How about you
how about
can't even have a lake house?
So we'll kind of assess that as as the day goes on. It gets a little more daylight. But obviously, a lot of trees down and significant damage. We know the roof is gone, and you know it's been pouring like buckets all morning.
Sure.
So, we knew when I woke up this morning. I knew the alarms had been going off. And we were hoping for maybe just a busted door and some water blown in. It's a convertible now, Rick. So it'll be a hassle. But look, we're just thankful that we've had the chance to have that, and we've got insurance. We'll see how all that works out, and we're just thankful nobody was hurt.
Wow. Amen. And you were going to stay there last night.
The plan was to stay there last night, we called an audible on that yesterday afternoon.
Because of the weather.
Well, the problem was I knew that there was going to be weather this morning, and I didn't want to drive in that because I've done it before. I mean, you can do it, but it's
not fun.
It's a little more challenging, and it was already cloudy and rainy, and I thought, well, we can't see the sunset, so we'll just go on home. But so we got a little work ahead of us there. It looks like.
What a hassle!
It took out some major trees.
There was one I was showing Greg that was snapped. There was a pretty good pine tree.
Talking about the old twist off.
Yeah, how about that?
I didn't know this was going on merely a couple hours from us here in Birmingham. And when you first started getting the news this morning, I thought, well, he's just got a tree down. It's probably went through some windows.
Yeah, right.
And probably, he's got some roof damage. And then when you started getting this footage, I could not believe what I was seeing, and it clearly was a tornado that went through there.
Oh yeah, I didn't know there was a tornado in there.
Yeah, well there was some weather. One of our neighbors, who's always very, very good to go over and check on everything, I had texted them this morning and apologized for the hour, and I said, we got a back door alarm going off. We got a water alarm going off
in
the same area. No, and I said, do you mind checking that? And when I got the text from them this morning, it said, "Call me, call me!" Exclamation points. I thought,
not call me, good. Two call me.
Call me. And then the first picture started coming in. I thought, well,
hey, now
how about that?
Hey, trees.
Hey, trees are great for shade, but they don't stand up well against the old twisters.
No, I guess we'll shift our location for the Bill Bubba Bussey birthday bash.
I guess we will.
Yeah. The big weekend pontoon ride's going to have to be postponed there a little bit. So
that's really a downer on your birthday of all days.
Yeah, how about that?
That ain't right.
I heard you call Betty in the break and let her know. Yeah. So what was her reaction?
She's good. Listen, Betty is she's a strong lady. And she gets through things like this better than you would expect. Mm-hmm. She's always sad. I mean, you have an emotional connection to things like that. But when the cards are down, you want her on your side, no doubt. Yeah. Proud to have her. Told her that this week.
You're handling it much better than most of us would, I think.
Well, again, it's something can be replaced. It's wood and glass and
these
all
people
that.
in Mississippi, what they've been through.
Yeah, listen, and that's a place to go for fun. It's not where everything is, and that's why I always feel for those people, because I think, how are you going to, what do you even start to do to rebuild when you have
where
nothing?
Where you going to stay?
I mean, I saw on TV one guy, all he had was a suitcase left.
Yeah.
And your heart just goes out for them. We're very lucky, very, very, very lucky, and it'll be a hassle and a headache, but we'll get through that.
Yeah, well, like you said, we've learned.
We're visitors here, guys. Everything's icing,
and we've all seen it, and we've all learned. There is the things that are that are calamities and tragedies, and then there's things that are just minor inconveniences.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're not the same thing. And
but what's so funny?
We've seen them both.
We were talking about it. We were out there Saturday night watching a beautiful sunset. We had friends over, and we were having dinner on the deck out there. And it's just so peaceful. And we sit out there after sunset, and sitting around just talking, telling stories, and laughing, having a good time. And 24 hours later, man, that porch is no longer there. The roof is not there.
The doors you walked in and out of are not there. No. It's unreal.
That front was heading your way when you were sitting there.
That's right.
As we've said 1,000 times, good luck trying to create heaven on earth. It can't be done.
You know what is funny about this? There were storms in the area Saturday night, and our weather radio kept going off. And, we have 3 dogs, and they're sleeping close by. And, it's, having a dog, it's kind of like a baby. Don't let the dog. Don't let the dogs.
What about the dog?
I remember that.
And so the weather radio, I bet it went off 8 or 9 times. And Betty's pushing me and kicking me. And I finally just got up and unplugged it and took the batteries out of it. I said, I just can't take it anymore. Do
you have your settings a little, you need to hone them in a little more?
Well, they're probably kind of set the way that they come out of the box.
Okay.
And I did reprogram it to tighten it up a little bit on things that we would accept. But most of the things that it was going off for would have been what we had accepted it, for anyway, with severe weather. So, but those things are good to have. And I'm certainly glad that I wasn't there last night.
I'm kind of down to severe thunderstorm warning is good to know. Tornado warning is really good to know. I don't really care about tornado watch.
Yeah, you can cut tornado watch off.
Yeah,
you can cut.
It's too broad. It's over. It means all day long conditions are favorable. Okay, we all know that. I don't need to be beeped about that.
They have one that's on there that I don't know what all it covers. It says severe weather threat. They don't have tornado warning that you can cut off, which is good. You don't need to cut it off. You can cut off tornado watch.
Absolutely.
I don't need hard frost either.
No, I don't either.
Hurricane.
How you on wind advisory?
Well,
take it or leave it.
I wasn't real big.
Straight line winds.
Probably pay a little more attention to it now.
Yeah, but you had that's a tornado right there.
Well, we're right on 2 county lines, so so we were on 2 counties, 2 multiple codes, so we'll probably tighten that up a little bit too. But hey, the weather radios are good. Need to know about it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
They are. And no pontoon ride today.
No. Yeah. No. Maybe a bonfire when it dries out.
I get Sherry down there. She'll love it. Yeah, sure. Well, look.
Yeah, it's fun. Listen.
You didn't think you could have anything.
Listen, I know that. I know that more than anybody.
You can't have nothing. No.
I mean, I sit here every day, look around, you can't have nothing.
No, you can't.
No, it's all good. And thank you for the emails and concern, and it'll all be fine.
No doubt. We'll be back.